Hey guys, it's Queendija, and in today's video, I will be reacting to episodes 43 and 44. This is probably the first time I will do this for this show of Wonderful Precure. Of course, obviously, I've been busy with work and, still moving and such. Hopefully this week, between this week and next week, are the last two portions of me recording here. And then the next time you see me, I'll be in my new place, hopefully fully organized and stuff. But I don't really know because I don't always know. But I'm ready for these two episodes, but at the same time, I'm not, especially with 44 and what I have heard has happened in 44, but we'll talk about that when we get to episode 44. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started with episode 43 in 3, 2, 1, go. And who knows, 43 might be a happy episode from what I kind of remember. I really don't remember. It's been 2 weeks. What's wrong? Oh, hey, Yuki! Aww. He's right. Well, let's learn. They're giving me a happy episode before we get to the sad episode. Yes. Yes. You can. You gotta be positive about yourself. Don't always be negative. Mm-hmm. Just a random visit today, yeah. Yeah, they're having fun in their own way. It's the first time where these two have like seriously bonded. Because remember, he's always attached to the hip to Satoru. Because him and Satoru are just so freaking tight. Mogi. No, no, no cutting. I love it. Aw. Is that supposed to be Satsuru? I love their backpack so bad. There's a bag that I recently just bought. It's like a clear one that looks somewhat similar to that. It's really cute. You want to give him something nice, right? So, but you love him and you want to give him something. That's right. But why would he use his friends to hurt people? Of course, peace never lasts long. Not the crabs. I mean, I hate to say this. Why don't you just boil it and eat it for dinner? Funny enough, my mom had crab last night. Technically, last night today. Honestly. Okay, here's the story. Because we went to the store one day and she saw something from TikTok and she wanted it. So she tried it out last night. And so when I woke up and I took Cody out, I was like, oh, hey, how was it? And she was like, mediocre. I was like, oh, okay, well, if you ever do get it again, add the things that you would normally add to make it better. That's why sometimes with certain foods, um, they don't add as much stuff into it. So that's when you have to, quote unquote, be creative and add your own things that you want. Like if you want garlic butter, if you want Old Bay seasoning and shit like that, yeah, you add it in there before you cook it. Aww. Having a moment. Shut up. He does. Really interesting, cute episode, especially one learning how to knit. I've never been one for knitting. Um, but I do love crafting things. That's one of my like little guilty pleasures because like I in high school I used to make a lot of friendship bracelets. Haven't made any in a long time. I still have a whole bunch of yarn and everything for it. And my mom even said like, "Oh hey Deja, why don't you use that as like merch for yourself?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't think majority of my subs would buy friendship bracelets and such." Um and everything. I've never really seen a YouTuber sell friendship bracelets as merch. And then I would have to make a whole bunch in bulk first before I can officially sell them. That means working double time, triple time, quadruple time to make as much as I can. And probably knowing me, I would just do the normal regular candy stripe and then go into the designs and stuff because the candy stripe colors are the classic signal, I mean signal, the classic one that you always do for friendship bracelets, and those can be in any colors. You can do multiple colors or you can just do one whole color. There was, I think my first one that I did it strictly in like a blue or a pink and stuff. And then later on I started doing it in multicolors and such. And it's super gorgeous and pretty. But yeah, that was cute. Showing all the happiness now, but we all know what's going to happen at the end of that episode, and I'm not ready for it. But there's one other thing I do want to talk about. So let's talk about you and Idol Precure. Since we are getting closer and closer to the end of Wonderful and such, and we're about to go into a year of idols, which of course I'm super excited about. Um, Slowly but surely, leaks have been popping up here and there. Just last week, someone supposedly showed like a first look of one of the girls, but when I looked at it, you could tell that it wasn't specifically um official artwork because of the way the lines were drawn and stuff. Now the character that is shown up, yes, it literally kind of could possibly be this girl. And then we get to today, apparently a mic has been shown up possibly. I don't know. I mean, I saw it like on Twitter because I got tagged into it for a second and I'm like, I'm not gonna believe anything until we get deeper into December. We're only on the 11 days into December, so yes, anything can happen and such. But no, learning how to knit for today's episode was a very interesting thing. I love the fact that, you know, we get into episodes where it's something like, oh, hey, let's learn something different and such. And seeing our heroes learn how to craft, even though Mayu already knows her niche and she knows how to do it, but her teaching someone is really good because eventually, you know, someone's gonna see whatever you make IRL and they're gonna be like, oh dang, how did you do that and such. Like I said, with my friendship bracelets, people always saw me either anytime when I had free time, I was going and I could get a friendship bracelet done before the day was over. And so people would always gather around me. Made me a little awkward at first, but everybody always wanted to know like how in the world did you do that? And so eventually I just taught them very simple things. I never went into a complication stuff. Um and then next thing you know, like everybody in class in my grade was learning how to do freaking friendship bracelets, which was freaking hilarious. But no, even the fact that Sakura wanted to make something for Gaosama because she really cares about him, that is also wholesome and sweet and such. I really love that little moment of wholesomeness that we really got from her. I love the fact that for Mayu, this was an episode that really went into her developmentation as a character and such. The moment of her saying that, you know, she used to be afraid and on her own and only having Yuki to now having all of these friends and stuff. I'm really proud of her of that. That moment kind of really reminds you of this one moment in Jujutsu Kaisen. I hate talking about this because the moment that I'm talking about is a sad moment um, for one of my personal favorite characters, Nobara. If you have not seen season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, it's a moment where she's like um, in the middle of this room and she's sitting in a chair and there's all these other chairs, and these chairs have also signified the friends that she's made along the way. Like first she had one and now she has all these other friends, even though in the end she lost one friend that she really cared about due to people in her town doing stuff. And the goal was she was going to go to Tokyo so that she could meet this woman again that she was friends with as a kid, that she kind of idolized and such. And things happen. I'm not going to spoil like big things because obviously, but yeah, no, that kind of really gave feels towards Mayu where it's like, yeah, in the beginning it was just her and Yuki, and now look how far she's grown within 43 episodes and such, and she's made friends with so many people. And so I feel like a proud mommy anytime when I look at her and she accomplishes something. Same thing with Yuki, Komogi, and Iroha, when they, and even Satoru, when they all accomplish something, you feel like a proud parent for these characters, and you're like, if you can do that, you can do anything. Same thing of how our parents and our friends and our other families are like, hey, I'm always proud about whatever the hell you do and such. Hell, I'm always proud of you guys. Even if you don't tell me certain things that you do and accomplish, but sometimes some of y'all like come on Twitter or whatever and say like, oh, hey, I did this. I'm always proud of you about whatever you do. I will always be your biggest cheerleader regardless and stuff. And probably vice versa. I think you guys are always proud about anything that I probably do. But gotta pause the video and I will see you guys in 1 second for episode 44. Okay, episode 44 in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm already crying. I don't know if I can watch this. Oh. I can't do this. Honestly, that's the one thing I never would have expected, but okay. Did something nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. This show. Oh. Need a second to process this. He did not just do that, but he did because he knows. The category. Oh my god. Oh. Here, come Pokey. Okay. Alright, give me a second. Okay. I think I'm just gonna do the rest of the video like this. I don't want to see myself crying anymore. Okay. Whew. Alright, this was an episode that definitely, I think, for a lot of people, it hit home because having a pet is the best thing in the world. It is always the best thing in the world because you get to have a companion with you for such a long time. But when they get to a certain age, that's when you have to start thinking about how much longer that you have with them in your life and what it's going to look like when they're no longer here. And so it hurts. It hurts oh so much. Like, because you're thinking like, oh my god. Same thing with your family members that pass away and stuff. Like they're super mom, they're super dad, they're super aunt, they're super uncle, they're super dog, super cat, super whatever, that they can last through anything. But we all have a timer, and one day it's gonna stop, and we're not gonna be able to do certain things anymore, and we're not gonna be able to see people that we care about or anyone that we care about because, like, it just happens. And so we just don't know how long we have. And so we have to say goodbye to someone. And it just hurts. It hurts oh so much because you're just like thinking it'll be a normal day. And you tell everyone that you love them and that, you know, hey, I'll see you when I get home, but you never know specifically what could happen from the time that you leave to the time that you come home from anything. And even with her, there was a point in time. So I'm gonna tell this story again. I've told it numerous times. So most of you who have been on my channel for the longest time knew before I had Cody, I had two dogs. And I had them both since I had Yana since 3rd grade and I had Kiana since 4th grade. And in 2016, 2017, we had to put Kiana down. And it was the most heartbreaking thing that I ever had to do. Because there were certain things that were wrong with her and we were asking my dad to, like, help us help her and such, but he couldn't. And so we had to do the most thing, and this was around, like, we're getting close to it because we had put her down close to my mom's birthday. So anytime when we get close to my mom's birthday, I get really upset because so obviously my mom's birthday is on Friday. Today's the 11th. No, my mom's birthday is on the 13th. Yeah, Friday. So getting closer and closer to it, it just hurts. So after we put her down, we only had Yana left. And Yana, Yana, Yana was always finicky towards Kiana, aka her sister. Like she loved her. She loved her a lot. But you know, sometimes like my mom and I would do like little voices and be like, "Oh, I tolerate you," and this is that and the third. And so it didn't really. It hit Yana, especially in Yana in her last few whiles of her life. She was very cold and stuff because she always looked at Kiana, even though Yana was the older one and such. And so when we moved and we left the house that Kiana was buried at, of course it hurt both me and her and my mom too, because it's like our family is now slowly but surely broken. And there were points and times, and I could see it even with this episode, where like Fuka came like very clingy towards her mom and such, and that's like another sign where it's like you possibly know that that's going to happen. And so the funny thing was, and I didn't recognize it, Yana became very clingy towards me and my mom. Clingy, and I didn't see it in anything. And I remember one time, like, I gave her a bath, and she just cried the whole entire time. And maybe that was another sign too, I'm not sure, and it scared the crap out of me. And then one day my mom and I went out, and Yana was by herself, and I come back in the house, and she's laying by herself, like, almost like cold and everything. And so I try to wake her up. Thank God she wakes her up. She wakes up. And I'll never forget this, because this was a week of a show. This was still, I think that was like winter, whenever the Junji Ito collection came out, and Cardcaptor Sakura Clear Card came out. Around the time of that was airing, it was a Saturday. It was a Friday or a Saturday. And Yana did it again, where I woke up and she was laying. And I tried waking her up and everything, and I could tell, like, I'm thinking, like, she's gonna be okay, like, her heart's fine and everything, but unfortunately, Yana also passed away. She died of a broken heart, because of the fact that Kiana wasn't there with her, and such. And so, for the longest time, just like her, I didn't want a dog. I didn't want to get another dog. I didn't want to go through that day of losing a companion that you've been with so much. But in weird ways, God, and God really does, He listens to us. And so my mom went to work one day, and she was talking to one of her coworkers about Yana and Kiana and how, you know, sad me and my mom were. And so she decided to give us Cody. And so, when I look at Cody, the first time I saw Cody, like, I had this feeling, just like she had after she lost her first dog, and when she looked at Fuka, she saw her old dog. When I looked at Cody for the first time, I saw Yana and Kiana. And so, there is a possibility that both Yana and Kiana literally reincarnated as Cody to be with us. And so I take every day that I'm with him for granted, because I love him oh so much. He's super attached to me, even though he's not in the room right now. Take care, I'll shine. Obviously, with me crying and so he's nowhere in my room. Obviously, he's in the living room with my mom and such. I love that dog so freaking much. So much. That is my baby. I'd do anything for that little dog. I know we're getting to, he's now 6. And I have to start thinking about all those things again. And it's worse because, like, okay, I followed this girl on TikTok, and she had a dog that literally looks like Kiana and Cody and Yana all together. Unfortunately, and I don't know how long ago this was, she had to put him down. And once again, putting a dog down, putting an animal down in general is the most hardest thing that a parent a pet owner can do. It's the most emotional thing because you're like, you want them to stay with you, you want them to continue on in this journey with you through life, but there are times where you have to be strong and you have to say, okay, put them down and such, even though you don't want to. It's for the best. And you always have memories and stuff. Like, I think what I did for Yanni and Kiana is I got this necklace. I got a necklace for me and my mom. And I wrote their names. Got a cute embroidery necklace and just got it. And I was like, that's your gift from me to you. And such. So that you can have it every day. And it has both of their names on it. And such. There was another thing that I kind of want to do. My mom went somewhere. I think I still have it. I might have to look through all my pictures, but it's a lot. I took a screenshot of it. Because I've been thinking about doing this for like the longest time. And if I do it, I gotta be very 100% sure that I'm doing this. But like, I think I still have it. I have so many screenshots that it's not funny. Oh my god. Dude. Okay, I can't find it. I'll have to continuously look for it. But my mom went and got henna one day. And it was like, I think she got it on her hand. And it was a heart. And I took several screenshots of this. It was a heart and a paw print. And it had the initials KKA. Ayana, Kiana, and Cody. And I instantly took screenshots because I was like, I want that possibly as a tattoo. Now, looking at me, I'm a little, like, darker, so it would be hard for it to, be seen on me and such, but that's what I really want and such. If it's not a tattoo, jewelry is something to just symbolize the love that I have for these three dogs oh so much because I love them to death. I will always love them to death. There's not a day that goes by that I don't think of Yanni and Kiana because even when I go on TikTok, there are TikToks that remind me of them. Cody does things that remind me of Yanni and Kiana. Like sometimes when his ears are up like this, he literally looks like Yana. Like, oh my god, it's so cute. And then if he does like a floppy where it's like one up, one floppy, he looks like Kiana. And it's just once again, so freaking cute. And I love it oh so much. Now, some of you have not seen Yana and Kiana. I will, if I had my old channel, this is still my old channel essentially. If I had all my old videos with them in it, I would definitely say, like, go look at anything older because that's how you can see them and they would be preserved in time. But unfortunately, YouTube deleted the channel and stuff. And so all I have is all of those memories of them. I have pictures and videos and so many other things that with them. But I literally have a screenshot. Okay. This is them. This one right here, well, here, we'll go this way. That one's Yana, and the one over here is Kiana. Literally my two best friends, my two sisters, because they were my sisters regardless. And I love these two to death. And I still love them today. So, of course, this episode definitely hits home a lot. This is the episode that I never thought Precure would do. But I think it was something that needed to be done. It was something that I think kids should kind of really know about, because we all know that it's inevitable. Then one day it's going to happen to all of us, and it's going to be the most saddest thing in the world, because, you know, it's hard. It's hard to not see people, pets, anyone, anything again after that. Something tragic happens and such. And so it really just tells you once again to, like, be in the moment with them. Most definitely. And take care of them and spend as much time as you can with them as you can. And always tell them that you love them, because you never know what in the world could happen and such. I think this episode for this season is probably the most emotional that you're going to get for me. And the Mayu, the 3 trilogy episode of Komugi and Iroha, that, and this, any Mayu episode that I've cried at, I think this is truly the most emotional I'll be with this show. Probably for maybe a little while, until we get into You and Idol Precure and such. But this was a really good directed episode, especially with the fact is that, okay, yes, we stopped the T-Rex. He stopped mid-fight to go help this dog. And I think that's a really powerful moment, because even he realized, like, okay, you only have a little bit of this time left with him. We're going to stop, and you're going to go help this dog. And that just tells you that he has a kind heart. So probably we're going to see the conclusion of him being, you know, bad, and he'll go to being good in this next episode. But yeah, this definitely hit home. Most definitely. I think a lot of people probably cried. Like, I literally Monday, I saw people cry, like, on Twitter, crying about this. And then when I realized what was happening, when I saw that clip of Fuka looking at Nico-sama, and, like, really looking, and then Nico-sama turned into her human form, I knew that that was gonna happen. And I was like, I was already crying Monday night. And I was not ready. I was on the phone. I was in the living room, on the phone, and talking with my mom at the same time. And I was like, I'm not ready to go through this. I'm not ready to just see this animated. But this was something that needed to be animated. That it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Okay, I'm gonna go clean myself up. But this was really a truly emotional, impactful episode. I would definitely recommend this. Probably just this one episode for someone who wants to just be like, I want a memory of, like, something really good in their life about their pet and stuff. Recommend this episode for them. You're gonna cry. You really are. And it's okay. But other than that, guys, that is my reaction review towards episodes 43 and 44 of Wonderful Precure. If you guys enjoyed it, please give me a like. It really helps me out. Also, subscribe to my channel. I make videos every single day. Join the Master Squad. And, of course, I will see you guys officially all on Saturday for episode 45. But until then, I will see you guys all next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Tell everyone that you love them. And once again, I will see you guys all next time. Bye.